morning.
Good morning. That was awesome, man. That was awesome. It just keeps going.
That is interesting, isn't it? Welcome back to Andertons TV. Wow. Another episode of Tales from the Pedal Cabinet.
I would call it an episode.
An episode of Tales from the Pedal Cabinet. If you're new to this series of videos, this playlist, maybe even this channel, please like and subscribe. We talk about gear every day on this channel.
And just lots of other things.
Yes, the Tales from the Pedal Cabinet playlist, we must be on episode 20 or 25 or something now.
Or 35,000.
Again, where we just take a bunch of pedals from, they're all typically not necessarily lesser known brands, but there may be pedals that are a bit, just didn't get like their own video, you know, so we sort of lob them all in and go, oh, that looks interesting. And we chain them all up. It's a random selection. This week's, this particular episode of Tales from the Pedal Cabinet is definitely some of the weirder pedals that we've had.
I love it.
So we've got some DarkGlass pedals, a Walrus pedal, a Way Huge pedal, Catalinbread, and a Boss
Yeah, I love
slicer.
it. But because you didn't realise that they was going to fit together so well as it did, right?
Yeah.
And we don't have time to do all the time. If we had to do a video on every new pedal that comes out, we wouldn't be doing anything else. Like every day, all day long.
No, but I would agree with you that this sort of... we've got a couple of fuzzes here that give that sort of big, sort of, I don't know, that sort of synthy kind of fuzz tone. The Way Huge is a really interesting combination of an envelope filter and a phaser that works ever so well together.
It's a great idea.
This pedal did actually get a load of publicity when it came out, and I was a bit like, we should get to this at some point. Yeah. It's another one of those epic reverb pedals that I love a lot. And then the slicer is one of those, I don't know, is this for guitar players, keyboard players, people using drum machines, whatever?
Or just us that wanted to have a little bit of inspiration from the early start of the morning.
I vaguely remember there was a bigger Boss pedal from years ago that did essentially the same thing. And this is kind of like the compact version of it. So.
Does it do bread?
It does bread, cheese, ham, or guitar tone.
Do you know the cheese cutters in Denmark, they make with the string around it like that? So when you can cut a nice bit, I don't know why it's not a thing here over here.
What's the thinnest slice thing ever? Yeah, how do you slice Parma ham? I mean, that's so thin.
Probably really sharp with my tongue. The mother-in-law's tongue, isn't that what you say? Sharp.
Yes. Right. What are we doing? Left to right, right to left?
We can do right to left, couldn't we? All right. This I haven't seen before. No. DarkGlass, I've seen lots of bass stuff.
I feel like, I don't know why. Why am I playing and you're presenting?
Because that's how we went this morning. Can I just plug in and try it? And that was fun for us to swap it around for a little bit.
Okay, well, look, I've not looked any of these up yet. So do we need to unplug? Go back to normal mode where I look things up and you play.
Normal mode. Yes, Lee, come on.
First up in our little foray into new pedals is from DarkGlass. Again, DarkGlass, really, really highly regarded, high-end, normally bass equipment, but some guitar equipment as well. This is called what is this called? This is called the Duality Fuzz. The DFZ.
DFZ, that could be many things, couldn't it?
Exactly. So Duality Fuzz, according to the blurb, this is a pedal that DarkGlass had made in the past, but has now come out in this much more compact and affordable enclosure. It's a dual circuit fuzz. So one is a gated sawtooth wave, and the other is like a raunchy high gain sound. Raunchy. It's got two knobs on the outside, one for level and duality, and then it's got two little knobs on the inside for filter and blend.
I like the big knobs on the inside, personally. Yeah.
Right, so let's have a little listen. So everything is switched off, right? Yeah, this is a bit of reverb from amps. Too much reverb?
No, there's no reverb on that side. There's only one reverb on. There's two Friedmans here again.
But clean, and let's play some Fuzzy Bear.
Fuzzy Bear. Cleans up well.
You know what? Again, I like these sort of pedal demos because not much to tell you. It's just here's a low fuzz sound and here's a high fuzz sound.
Oh, that's good. I like that. My fingers are a bit cold as well. It's -2 degrees here.
I like that it goes in its lowest mode, quite spitty. Not too spitty, but a little bit spitty. And in its highest mode, absolutely like Wall of Fuzz territory.
So all the way, so he's got dials here. One is level and one is...
The outer one is volume, and the inner one is duality.
That's duality. Is that a...
I don't know.
Hee hee. Oh yeah, so if hang on. Yeah, so hang on. I like that.
Yeah,
that's very cool,
okay,
man.
I will show you, because this is kind of... lots of pedals have internal trim pots and stuff like that, and I always think massive pain in the bum, because who wants to take all the feet off the pedal to get to a controller? So here's the back. Oh look,
it says put your pick in.
This is the high technical way that we stick pedals to our little desk here.
Yeah.
Right. So what's cool though here is it's just on a magnetic clip. And then blend cool. and filter. So let's just, perhaps if I just turn this up and get sort of like a 12 o'clock sound, what do they do?
They decided to put your pick in it as well.
They have, yeah.
That's clever. I'm getting happy.
I'll tell you
there's wicked.
Two other reasons why I really like this, and they're quite practical reasons. That is not an effect that I would necessarily use all the time, but I would quite like to use it occasionally. So the fact that it's really small, so it doesn't take up too much space on my pedal board, and relatively affordable. These are about 140 quid.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of sitting there going, for me, because I'm an occasional sort of fuzzy person, if I would feel guilty if I had like a really big pedal on my board, took up a lot of space for a pedal that I didn't use very often. So there we go. That's the DarkGlass DFZ.
I would like to see more from these guys. I would like to see more. I would like to see it slightly taller and then with the plugs on the top.
I mean, I'm sure you know, maybe you guys know as well, but you know, Doug, who started DarkGlass, you know what he's even more famous for, don't you?
What?
He started Neural as well.
Oh yes, that's true.
So talk about talented chap. Made a few bob as well, I imagine. Anyway, that's the DFZ.
I thought he was going to be a porn star at some point we didn't know about. Okay, this is exciting.
It is.
I'm excited about this.
This pedal is how I introduce myself whenever I'm in a foreign country.
Me Lee!
You!
Actually,
I
tell you what, it's because I messaged them yesterday and said thanks for sending the pedal over, and just did a little Instagram sort of reel, and a little story, and they said it's pronounced melee.
It's melee, isn't it?
No, melee. They said M-A-Y.
But it's a word. Melee is a word for like a fight or something. Isn't it?
It's a knife, isn't it? As well. No. It's a knife as well.
I think it's like a knife fight. Like a battle, little mini. Clearly, as soon as you put a joystick on a pedal, you immediately sort of lump yourself into some sort of shoegazer category.
Do you?
I think so. I mean, it's kind of. But
I love it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying this is. Is it? So I think, this is a pedal designed to be adjusted in real time. This is not a set and forget kind of pedal in the way perhaps conventional pedals are. So let me read you a little bit about it. It is a mixture of reverb and
distortion.
And distortion, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let me, I might as well read it. This is how much research I've done.
Well, that's why I put the things over there.
So this is the wall of noise pedal, they call it, to give you two of the most quintessential effects. So one being reverb and the other being distortion. They have been harnessed and woven together for an eternity of ethereal sonic bliss. Wow. The melee unapologetically uses a joystick. I mean, literally, they're not saying sorry for putting a joystick on.
No.
To meld the reverb and distortion into one massive blaze of sound. I love marketing at pedal companies.
Yeah.
With the flip of the order switch, run the distortion into the reverb or the reverb into the distortion. The signal chain is now yours to call. For the Explorer, the Melee can run one of 3 different reverb programs: ambient, octave and reverse. Wow. So in a less is more approach, Walrus have intentionally decided on controls that are fun to use and will inspire a wealth of creative output. Wow.
I mean,
marketing.
But
Let's just plug it in and see what it does.
They're good. Yeah, so you're right. It's pronounced melee, a confused struggle.
Yeah.
A hand-to-hand fight comeback beyond several people. Hand-to-gland.
Right.
Wow,
Come
hand
on.
to gland.
This is hand to gland combat. You never heard that before.
Hand to gland.
Okay, so, right, you got 3 switches on the top, right? Tone, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Volume.
1, and then back and that's
I see,
drive
right.
into reverb or reverb into drive. That's clever.
Got it.
I like
And then
that.
the joystick, bottom left-hand corner is the lowest distortion, lowest mix setting, and then top right is maximum distortion, maximum mix. And then what's this sustain thing is like a momentary function, so you hold it down, it'll do something crazy. So let's just see what happens.
Okay, it's going to be all the way to the side. But
No
all of
other
these.
pedals on, right? Okay. So we're doing distortion into reverb.
Yeah. That's a good drive pedal. I'm over here in the toilet. Three stages of decay.
Yeah, so the decay is not a normal, knob to adjust it up and down. The decay is, as Pete just said, 3 positions.
I feel like I'm in the second stage of decay in my life at the moment. I'm going into the
final
stage.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to go with the tone, the distortion tone on the far right-hand switch, the decay in the middle, and we're still going delay into reverb. And then I guess I'll just
Like your
fiddle with
political,
your joystick. Hey?
Like your political
Views.
persuasion. I love that.
Remind me, you were playing some Eric Johnson style licks there, and it had that kind of vibe to it.
Didn't I?
In my opinion.
I like this guitar, man. It's a really nice guitar.
We're going to do reverb into distortion now.
Ouch.
Now,
That's controversial.
that is controversial because reverb into distortion is typically what happens if you've got a reverb pedal and you plug it into the front of an amp with lots of distortion on it.
Yeah.
So so your reverb gets distorted in a sort of I guess a that's a less traditional way, right? Of
Yes,
having reverb.
yeah.
So,
It's
but
like putting it
let's
in the
see
front.
what happens. See what happens.
I really like that joystick thing.
So do I. And I will say, actually, maybe it can be set and forget, because it does allow you to sort of tune a sound in.
Yeah.
I guess the only problem with that is if you were using it on the floor, it'd be so easy to kick the joystick with your foot. But
Can you think if you get your foot up, if you got a really long big toe, you can.
What do they call monkeys' feet? You know, where they've got like toes that are like fingers.
Yeah.
So
there are people like that, aren't there? They have got really long toes on the front. Yeah, you love feet, I know that.
But yeah, is it prehensile toes or something? Is that the word? Where like literally you could adjust the joystick with a really
You have your foot here and then
dexterous
it's just
middle toe just comes out. Oh, it's made me sick just thinking about it.
Oh, just not the big toe, but the middle toe.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like the index toe.
Where it's about an inch longer than any other toe on your foot. It just comes out.
Utility toe, I like that. You got that hammering in, right? Say that's definitely for some more like long chords.
Experimental.
I like it when it's there's not too much reverb, but we're on the side of the like that.
So I like it when it's more like, but you know why?
Yeah.
Because what we're liking it in are the more conventional guitar tone settings. And obviously I think the whole point of this pedal is to go for unconventional.
Yes, but if you're over on that side, turn it back on and then go over to
distortion into reverb again.
No. I'm just thinking how much this does.
That's very surfy. That kind of vibe, isn't it?
Yes, because they do put that reverb is on the end of it, you know, and that's. I don't think necessarily that's actually. I'm saying the wrong thing, am I? Because you're putting the reverb into the overdrive. In this
so that if you want traditional, is
you
that
go
side. So you've got your distortion. There's quite a bit of clarity around the distortion, and then the reverb is on the end.
Yeah.
As soon as you put the reverb into the distortion, you lose the clarity, and you get that. Here's
the. And the other one side. You get more sustain in it. Less clarity.
This will be a John Mayer free video. Sorry, John.
Too late.
Right. So that's the melee.
I love that.
Melee. This isn't cheap. This is $2.99. $2.99 and
I'm
available as are all these pedals to buy from Andertons Music Company. Okay.
I'm interested in this. Sorry, I
Me
just burped
too.
a bit.
So Way Huge, George Trips, lovely guys, made pedals for all the stars ever. And this is a new one from his company called the Attack Vector. It's fundamentally, I'm almost surprised this hasn't been done before.
Yeah.
If you think of classic funk tones, you think of envelope filters, wahs, phasers, to give you that sound. And all he's done is gone, well, I'll just make one pedal with it all in the one box for you then.
Exactly.
And it just sounds great. So here we go.
And I think it's got something to do with this Atreides as well. I think there's something in there, the filter or something from here. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
I didn't know that.
I heard something about it. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I probably am. But anyway.
Have you watched? I haven't even watched the new Dune.
I have.
Yet. There's
I
Dune 2
the,
now, isn't there?
Yeah,
as well?
I watched like
Need to get
halfway
into that.
through or something.
Right.
Yeah, anyway.
You're pretty funky for a white guy, you know that? It's like...
You know, my thing was always, when I was younger, I was always playing funk all the time. Dare I say it? Before, you know, some of the people out there.
Look,
I was the pocket guy.
It's really cool. It's 3 positions. It couldn't be any easier to use this. 3 position switch. Just want it to be a phaser all the way up. Just want it to be an envelope filter all the way down. Want a bit of both, stick it in the middle. And then all the controls are...
Stick it in the system.
Yeah, all the controls are what you would just get on a normal phaser or envelope filter pedal. But I really liked that. And I probably should have said that before we did the demo, but as Pete was playing, the first bit was just the phaser, the second bit was just the envelope filter, and then the middle, the third bit was both together.
I really like that. I mean, it's a great pedal. And you know what? I like it because it's small form factor. It's got your plugs on the top. It's got the thing, man.
I'm going to say same. I feel the same as like that. Not necessarily a pedal I'd use all the time, so I'd want it small. Yes. I thought that was illegal.
It is illegal, but it's got the same vibe as the big Qtron, but that's 24 watts. It's just waltz, 24 volts. Waltz Disney.
Waltz. Do you know what though? I'm going to just say this. I mean, it's not cheap. It's not cheap, is it?
It's not cheap.
I thought it would be cheaper.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
You got to shell 230 quid for one of these now. Although again, sold out again. So hopefully we'll get some more in soon.
I really like that.
Or at least sold out on the day we've done the video. So. Wowza
Listen
woos.
to that. I like it. It's great, man. What's going on?
I like marketing speak again.
Oh, here we go.
So if you're looking for a pedal that smiles politely and behaves appropriately, keep right on walking, because you won't find it here. Yes, baby.
Oh, man.
If you see, but this is so you, Pete. Did you write this, Pete? But if you seek a kindred spirit and fellow troublemaker, the Way Huge Attack Vector might just become your new best friend. Wow.
That's how lonely and sad I am, people. This is my very best friend in the world. I mean, honestly, it's got Velcro on it on the radio. I took it off my board, so
good job. Good job, George and the Way Huge team. Right. So this next pedal is the Catalinbread FX40. Had quite a bit of hype around it last year when it came out, late last year. It's absolutely in that, sits in that area of sort of extra big reverbs, which I rather love. So, you have your normal reverb on your amp and then you dump a pedal in to just give you that extra ambience. The graphics on it and the name and everything is a nod towards a very, very famous reverb used a lot back in the day, I think probably sort of 80s, 90s era, called the Yamaha FX500. Yes, here we go. Look, I should have read the description, shouldn't I? FX500 was widely used in the 90s by early shoegaze bands. Here we go, as I name a load of bands I've never heard of, but the Oz will go, oh, I love them. Slow Dive and Souvlaki.
Souvlaki, isn't
Even
that...
Oz is shrugging his shoulders.
Isn't that meat? Isn't that a... Souvlaki, isn't that
some sort of Greek dish, isn't it?
Souvlaki.
I don't know. Right, it's intended to be an instant shoegaze button. Wow, they're sort of unashamedly pigeonholing themselves straight out the blocks. Plate reverb, chorus, boom, symphony mode, gives a slight octave effect on the reverb.
Oh, I love that.
Everything else looks pretty... Oh, I like this. For full quintessential shoegaze sounds, just turn all the knobs up to full. Fine, because that's the standard shoegaze, is it? Just everything on full. That's what it says. It just says you might want to back the mix control off to taste, but everything else on full.
So let's go quarter.
All right.
So here's without.
Okay, that sounds killer. But let's just try it as a sort of a more conventional.
Is it a conventional overdrive though? Reverb?
I think it probably could be.
Okay.
So let's just try it. It's a good shout. Yeah, turn that off. So
that's nice.
I've turned the symphony down, so we're not adding any layers to the reverb. It's just a straight reverb, but it's very clean. There's plenty of it.
Just like you like it.
Like you say, I think it's actually the soft focus reverb's quite a good descriptive name for the pedal, I think.
Soft focus. So what is that? So it means...
It's like how I see everything without my glasses.
That's always good for...
Oh.
All right. You know what? That's cool. We don't need... Oh, Snower. It doesn't... Okay.
No trails?
No trails.
Do you know what? That may well be an internal thing. I don't know. I've not looked.
Well, no, links below for that one. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, can I just hear... I want
Symphony all the way up.
Maximum symphony. Can you play a single? I'm trying to hear what the octave is.
Sorry.
Oh, you can... Is it an octave above or an octave below?
Yes, it's up. It's up, isn't it? But it's almost like a ring. It is like a.
There's more than one octave in there, I think. It's just a. Yeah, there's several kind of notes coming through the reverb.
And the mix and the verb up.
Organ-y
it's like
kind
an
of
organ
sound,
type thing.
Yeah, I like
nice.
it.
It's nice. It's nice. It's nice. Verb down a bit.
You know what it is? It's your Marks and Spencer's reverb, isn't it? So that you can play your Peter Green Marks and Spencer's music.
Whatever.
Okay, so that's the
probably wasn't one of
Catalinbread. Did I tell you how much that was?
No, you did not.
I think it's £199. That
Okay.
is in stock.
That's beautiful.
Do you know, ignore me about when I say things are in stock. That's only today when we're shooting the video. These things will go in and out of stock all the time.
Yeah.
Andertons.co.uk is where you need to be for that up-to-date information. Now, so the last pedal in our little Tales from the Pedal Cabinet video today is the Boss SL2 Slicer. There's way too much in this pedal for us to cover here. There's an official Boss video that you can go and watch.
Yes.
I'm sure there's countless other channels that have gone deeper on this.
Deep.
All I'm going to tell you on this is that the SL20 was an older, bigger
Oh, that's
Boss
the one, yes.
pedal.
That's true, yeah.
Again, I'm not entirely sure that I necessarily saw zillions of guitar players doing their thing with it, but I do remember, keyboardists? Is that even a word? Keyboard players, DJs, they've used this is not my word, this is Boss words, beat makers. Makes me sound terribly old, I think, if I say beat makers.
Beat makers?
Yeah.
What do they call it otherwise?
I don't know, whatever, beatboxers, beat makers, but anybody that makes beats.
Okay.
they would all use that old SL20 pedal in some sense. So the SL2 is basically like a compact version of those. All Pete and I are going to do is
just
literally
F
fiddle
stuff
with
up.
presets and stuff and see if we can make creative noises. A bit like in that very opening segment.
I can tell you, you've got lots of knobs on the top here. You've got balance and tempo, and there's like dual concentric knobs, and you've got attack and duty.
Who?
Duty.
Duty?
D-U-T-Y. Duty.
Why would you need duty? Is that like some sort of tax thing? Like every time you play into it, you have to pay some sort of government tax
to the devil. And you got 11 variations on each sound
You
here.
nearly said vibrations.
Vibrations, good vibrations. You got single dual, you got tremolo, you got harmonic, you got effects, and you got like, what's that, 8 different ones?
my God.
You go through. I think the
Let's
sound
just
we
do
had
it.
before was like. And that would be the variations of
I
that.
see.
And it's stereo as well. So you have to pick one. So
You
let's
pick your type of slice.
Yeah, and then you bottle it.
And then you've got
you put whatever
your,
one you wanted.
11 different variations of slice.
So you can go. So I'm on dual 4. That's cool, isn't it? So and then you go like. I really like that. I think that's cool, man.
film? Is it Tron or something like
Tron,
it's the
Tron.
theme tune?
Yeah, but Tron is like much faster.
It's the,
That's like
it's the theme tune.
Man, I love that. I love that. I love that.
Well, and again, the bit that I think I think I could.
I love that.
I think I could get into that, but again, it wouldn't be my jamming around. It would be
I could do this
very
for hours.
creative.
I could do this for hours, man. This setup here, hours. Hours and hours.
Expression pedal input on the side of this, I think, is hugely important.
Yeah.
I think absolutely some of the coolest tones in this would be changing those things
when you're
in
doing
real
all that
time.
stuff. Yeah, man,
Look,
I love this. Sorry,
so-
just one more time. Hang on, sorry, man.
I think that was.
So I'll do one time at the end. I'm
this-
really into this, man.
This is the whole point of
Yeah.
I think how Pete and I like to do these demos. It's like, yeah, if you really, really, really want to know everything about this pedal, go watch the official Boss one,
Yes.
read the manual,
Or somebody
have a look
who
at the
cares.
spec. We just want it. We're just all about that kind of. What does it instantly make you want to do?
And that's what's the most important when people try something out. It's the first experience you get
Yeah.
with this stuff, and that's what you get when you watch us. It is literally what you get, and it's like yes. So,
Look at that. Another moment on
Yeah.
Andertons TV. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow where we'll talk more rubbish about new guitar gear.
That was good.
See you later.